Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, people managing people. We offer 100 plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100 plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500 plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100 plus authorized training partners and 50 plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000 plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100 plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100 plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500 plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100 plus authorized training partners and 50 plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000 plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100 plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management,
Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome back to all of you in one more impactful session of Learning and Development webinar. My name is Pratibha, and I'll be your moderator today. So, if at any point you have any question regarding the GSTC, or if you would like to connect with our today's speaker, please feel free to use the chat box. So, I hope you're all ready for today's session. Let's start with that. Just allow me a minute to share my screen. Meanwhile, please do let us know from where you guys are watching. We would be happy to know that. So, on behalf of the Global Skill Development Council, I'm truly delighted to welcome you all in GSTC Certified Learning, Learning and Development Lab Building, Future Ready Skills, Strong Leaders, and Business Impact. Innovating learning to develop skills, leaders, and measurable results. One of the things which make this webinar so interesting is the amazing expert panel we have lined up for you. Some of them have already delivered a very incredible and insightful sessions, and others are all set to bring in more powerful ideas. Before starting the session, let me give you a quick introduction who we are. Global Skill Development Council is a globally recognized certification body. We are accredited by ABICB. Till yet, we have a 250,000 professional certified with us. We are partnered with 100 plus training providers, 1,000 plus multinational companies, and 50 plus universities worldwide. We also have 500 plus subject matter experts with us across globe who help us developing our program. These are the training partners who are associated with us from the Asia, Africa, Canada, Australia, Nigeria, Singapore, and many other regions. So special thanks to all training partners to be associating with us. And a very special thank you to our media partner, WordPress Hub, for covering all of our press releases and event releases. Before starting the session, let me give you a quick introduction of GSDC AI Studio. A unique tool we have just launched, GSDC AI Studio Lifelong Learning Initiative, in which you are going to get 100 plus live monthly session with global expert, including 4 daily sessions, 45-minute live expert lead session for hands-on learning, sessions from global expert. Now you can learn directly from our AI leaders around the world. Real-time practice. You can apply concept immediately and get your question answered. Certification ready. You will be getting the training aligned with industry standard for job ready skills. So currently we are covering 100 plus certification in our portfolio, including learning and development, HR, Gen AI, agentic AI, emerging technologies, ISO lead auditor and implementer, project management and PMO, agile DevOps and SRE, cybersecurity, digital transformation, and many more. But once you get certified with GSTC, you just don't walk away with certification. You also become a part of our community, which comes with GSTC membership benefit, including lifelong membership, certification upgrade, workshop, boot camps, learning club access, also the full benefit of GSTC AI Studio, and many more. With that, it's time to welcome our today's speaker. Today we have Dr. Anand with us. So let me give you a quick introduction of our speaker today. Dr. Anand is a passionate educator and learning leader with 17 plus years of experience across KG to PG education, digital learning, training, and learning development. He is the founder of the National Forum for Learning, Innovation, and Growth, and the initiator of National Learning and Development Day 24 June. A former founder and CEO of Discovering Careers India Private Limited, he has led multiple initiatives in career counselings, skilling, and training. He has authored 300 plus articles and addressed 5,000 plus students through workshop and academic forums across India. Dr. Wadekar is also a certified learning and development and career counseling professional with expertise in learning strategies, learning engagement, and digital learning solution. Today, he is going to lead the session on the future of learning and development. But before handing over the virtual mic, just a quick reminder. If you have any query regarding the session, if you would like to connect with the Dr. Anand, otherwise, if you would like to know anything regarding GSDC initiative, please feel free to use the chat box. Once again, don't be shy. Drop your reactions, emojis, and quick comment into the chat. That's how we know you're with us, actively listening and absorbing from the insightful session. We are also going to make an announcement regarding the next week of session, what we have added new for you, who are the upcoming panels, and what kind of topic we are going to cover. As well as we have an announcement for the which is $400 worth gift certification voucher. So hang tight till today's end of the session. With that, it's time to welcome Dr. Anand on our platform. Thank you so much, Dr. Anand, once again coming on our platform. We are very honored to have you as our speaker. The stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Pratibha. Hope I'm audible to all of you.
Yes, we are.
Yes, thanks. I'll be sharing my screen now with a PPT which I've prepared for today's session. Yes. So here is the PPT. Hope you are able to see it.
Yes, we are able to see it, Doctor. Thank you.
Yes. So, dear audience, thank you so much for coming in today. And today I'll be speaking on the future of learning and development. I very well know that nobody can predict future in such a dynamic industry and such a dynamic globe and the happenings which are happening every day. And therefore, though the future is uncertain, we definitely can predict what the future can be near to what may happen. And therefore, today I'll be telling you about or discussing and sharing about the future of learning and development world as a whole with real world insights into the AI era, which we are into already. And since I have mentioned AI, it is inevitably that we cannot avoid AI. And learning and development is also not an exception. Let us proceed towards knowing what may be the future of learning and development. So, what are we talking about today as a whole? We'll be talking about the changing landscape of workplace learning, particularly. We'll be also looking on the major forces transforming learning and development, artificial intelligence in learning and development, and the opportunities which AI has given us today. We can see also the real world L&D case insights across industries. We'll also get to know the new role of learning and development professionals in today's changing learning and development domain. How building a human centered learning culture in the artificial intelligence era is important today, and definitely it will remain important in the future as well. And then at the last, we'll see the future outlook of how and what will L&D look like in maybe 2030 or in a decade. Before we proceed further, I'm sure that you are working across in industries, across sectors, and you must have heard some people or the leaders especially saying that learning and development has not remained the training department as of now. So, what are the voices across from the leaders across the globe which we hear as far as learning and development professionals are concerned when they are into the learning and development department, driving learning, driving training, and maybe trying to give the impact which the leaders require. So, some of the voices I have put forth on your screen, some of them, as you can read, are: we are too busy to take out time to come for a training. We are in a hiring freeze, budget cut, and therefore learning and development is a luxury we cannot afford right now. We can't just hire someone who already has this skill, maybe. And yes, we need results today, and learning takes too long to show impact. There are some leaders who say, why do we need an internal academy totally? There are plenty of free videos on the internet available. Last time we did a brief training program. Nothing actually changed in the office the next day. What if we train them and they leave? Therefore, I'm sure you are able to relate to these kind of voices you must be hearing from your own colleagues in your organization or from organizations outside your network or in your network with people in your network or outside your network. And therefore, based on these voices, ultimately the learning and development domain has changed now. Another aspect which we require to understand and accept, that is, the facts the workforce and the CXOs must accept. The learning landscape has fundamentally transformed. It is not what it was ages ago. Today's organizations face unprecedented acceleration, obsolescence, and capability demands. These shifts require immediate attention from leadership and workforce alike. The facts which the workforce and the CXOs must accept are shrinking skill half-life. Skills that one lasted 10 years ago, 10 years now, expire in 2 years or less, demanding constant reinvention. Context-specific skills? Yes. Generic competencies are obsolete. Skills must be tailored to specific business contexts, and then they'll be relevant. Capability based model. Organizations are shifting from role based to capability based skill frameworks. And yes, very importantly, now the age has come of continuous lifelong learning. Training is no longer calendar event that you attend it, mark your attendance, go back to work, and continue doing your work. It's an ongoing journey, my dear friends, embedded in daily work. Beyond training to capability, the focus has evolved from delivering training to building actual workforce capabilities. And yes, knowledge versus capability gap, there has been since ages now. Knowledge is abundant and accessible, but true capability remains scarce and valuable. Hope you all know or have heard the unlearn, learn, and relearn cycle. I strongly believe in that. Success requires letting go of outdated practices, acquiring new skills, and continuously adapting. That is what we call as unlearning, learning, and relearning. And yes, learning in the workflow is very important because effective learning happens seamlessly within the workflow, not separate from it. Now, as we know, the facts and the workforce and the CXOs must accept. These are the facts which are very pertinent today, very critical today to be accepted. Unless and until they are accepted, learning or training for that matter won't succeed at all. With those facts in our hands today, I'm sure you're also hearing what leaders expect from learning and development in an organization. Today's C-suite demands more from learning leadership than ever before. The L&D must operate as a strategic business partner who translates organizational ambitions into tangible, measurable workforce capability. Today, leaders expect that learning and development should be able to translate strategy into capability. That is converting high level business strategies into specific, measurable workforce competencies that can really drive execution. They also expect to reduce time to competence. That is, they want accelerated the journey from hiring to role transitions to full productivity and performance, building future skills before demand, anticipating market shifts and proactively developing skills before competitive pressure demands them, enabling performance and not just learning, focusing on measurable business outcomes and performance improvements, and not just completion or attendance matrix. And yes, very important, as I said initially, as we cannot predict the future to the perfection, definitely there would be uncertainties which need to be prepared for. And therefore, preparing for uncertainties, building organizational agility and resilience to navigate disruption and rapid change. This is what the leaders, the CXOs, the business owners, the CEOs are expecting from learning and development. And therefore, as I said, the changing landscape of workplace learning is happening rapidly. Corporate learning has evolved from isolated training events to comprehensive learning ecosystem. The shift from classroom-based instructions, which we have been doing since ages, since years, to digital and blended learning models reflects a fundamental transformation in how organizations have developing talent today. Continuous learning, as I mentioned earlier, is now a business necessity driven by AI, automation, and rapid skill obsolescence. Learning is no longer an HR function. It is a strategic business capability that directly should impact organizational performance and competitive advantage. And therefore, my dear friends, the changing landscape of workplace learning has been changing a lot every day. What may be the major forces transforming learning and development? Technological drivers, yes. Artificial intelligence in learning design, learning analytics and data-driven development, and personalized learning pathways are the technological drivers which are transforming learning and development. And I'm sure this did not happen a decade ago. Business drivers, yes. Digital transformation initiatives, rapid upskilling and reskilling needs, and global talent competition has given rise to the need of transforming L&D and workplace drivers, hybrid work environments, multi-generational workforce dynamics, and demand for self-directed learning. These are the major forces transforming learning and development today and shall keep them transforming. And maybe we can see learning and development happening on a new scale, on a new model altogether in the future to come. And therefore, my dear friends, the rise and need of continuous and lifelong learning culture in organizations is a must today. As already said, learning and development is not about training only. It's not about only classroom training. It's not about attendance. It's not about completion also. The workforce really needs to feel and imbibe the learning culture in an organization with them. And therefore, the leaders would play a big role in actually making a learning culture in their organization so that they can succeed in their goals. Talking about AI in learning and development, as we all know, AI is inevitable and therefore also for learning and development professionals and learning and development verticals in organization, AI is also inevitable. Artificial intelligence is fundamentally transforming how organizations design, deliver, and optimize learning experiences. The technology enables unprecedented personalization, which did not happen before, and efficiency while empowering learning and development professionals to focus on strategic impact. AI powered recommendations are possible today. Intelligent algorithms suggest personalized learning paths based on individual roles, skills, and career aspirations. AI based content generation is now possible at really fast speed. Automation creation of micro learning modules, course materials, and learning resources at scale is possible now. Virtual coaching and mentoring is definitely a big impactful delivery method today in learning and development, where AI powered mentors provide 24 by 7 learning support and guidance to employees across the organization, irrespective of the time zones, and adaptive learning platforms. Dynamic systems that adjust content difficulty and pacing based on individual learner performance and progress is happening today. And therefore, AI will augment learning and development professionals and not replace them. I'm sure that you must be hearing from here and there that AI might replace learning and development professionals, and for that matter, humans altogether. But as far as learning and development is concerned, my dear friends, AI won't replace them, actually, will complement them. And therefore, technology will handle routine tasks while humans would be able to focus on strategic design and organizational impact, which has been a lag or lacking as of learning and development departments today. Let us see some real world learning and development case insights across industries. The major one is being the digital learning ecosystems. Leading organizations in the world are building integrated learning management systems combined with learning experiences platforms. Now they have progressed from LMS to LXP, that is, learning management systems, to learning experience platforms. These ecosystems are creating seamless, engaging experiences that foster continuous learning and cultures and definitely drive measurable business outcomes. We have learning and development in the digital age, where forward thinking companies are transforming leadership development through coaching based approaches and simulation based learning. These methods build practical skills in realistic scenarios and not just theories, preparing leaders for complex business challenges. Skills transformation programs. Yes, large scale reskilling initiatives focusing on digital, data, and AI competencies. These programs enable workforce transformation and ensure organizations have the capabilities needed for the future success. Ultimately, successful learning and development initiatives are closely aligned with business strategy and deliver measurable impact on organizational performance. What does all this tell us? Yes, the new role of learning and development professionals. Yes, learning and development professionals are transforming themselves as well. New roles are coming up which were not there at all in learning and development. Future learning and development leaders must become these kind of experts apart from just trainers. They should become capability architects, designing holistic learning ecosystems that align with business strategy and build organizational capabilities is the foremost demand of leaders today. And therefore, learning and development professionals like you and me are definitely wanting to be architects to architect the entire learning design. Learning and development professionals are also wanting to have learning experience designers, creating engaging, personalized learning journeys that inspire and motivate learners at scale is very important today. Business performance partners. Learning and development professionals are now looked at as business performance partners, collaborating with business leaders to solving performance challenges through learning solutions is the need today. Data-driven decision makers, yes, using learning analytics to measure impact, optimize programs, and demonstrate ROI to stakeholders is an unavoidable thing of today for learning and development professionals to sustain their own self and the vertical as well. Since, my dear friends, anything we do as learning and development professionals should show business impact. Key competencies required would be AI literacy, understanding AI capabilities and applications in learning contexts is very important for learning and development professionals today. Learning analytics, how to interpret data to drive strategic decisions is the need. Instructional design thinking, applying proven frameworks to create effective learning through instructional designing is very important today. And business understanding. Aligning learning initiatives with business goals is a very must competency learning and development professionals like you and me should have. We should definitely understand what the business is, where does money come from for the business, what it takes to bring that money, what are the challenges of bringing that money. Once we understand this as learning and development professionals, we'll be more equipped, capable to actually train the workforce, reskill them, upskill them, and create the business impact which is expected by the leaders. However, building a human centered learning culture in the AI era is very important. So it is not that complete process, complete structures can be outsourced to AI by the learning and development department. A human is very important. Where AI cannot work, a human can definitely work. Technology alone cannot create effective learning outcomes and cultures. Successful organizations embed learning into daily work, empower employees to own their development, and foster mindsets of continuous adaptation and growth. Learning embedded in the work. Gone are the days that people came to a classroom for 2 weeks, 2 days, 2 hours, and sit for a learning program. Integrating learning seamlessly into daily workflows flows, making development a natural part of how work gets done rather than a separate activity is the need of today. Having employee ownership of learning also is empowering individuals to take ownership of their own learning journeys, providing tools and resources while supporting self-directed development is the job of learning and development department. Continuous reskilling mindset. Yes, in association with human resource, in association with the CEO, continuous reskilling mindset is supposed to be imbibed by learning and development department and its professionals into the workforce, cultivating organization cultures that embrace change, encourage experimentation, and view skill development as a lifelong journey is very important for the workforce today for them to know. And yes, academic industry collaboration, building partnerships between educational institutions and businesses to ensure learning programs address real world skill requirements is also a great human centered learning culture factor today. And when we talk about departments, when we talk about cultures, when we talk about humans, I personally feel that the need for a chief learning officer is a must today for the organizations. I'm sure that you must have observed that a designation called as chief learning officer is very rarely seen. What we often see are learning and development head or a learning and development vice president for that matter. But the traditional learning function is inadequate for today's business environment. Organizations require strategic learning leaders to navigate complexity and drive capability at enterprise scale. Why do we need a chief learning officer? Skill based organizations should definitely have this position because industry has fundamentally shifted from job based structures to dynamic skill based models where capabilities define the value. Now the era has started where roles over designations are important. Job roles and the required competencies now matter more than traditional hierarchical titles. Declining skill half-life, that is what we saw in the initial stages. The useful lifespan of skills continues to compress dramatically, requiring constant renewal. AI workplace integration, artificial intelligence, we have already seen, is reshaping work itself, demanding new human AI collaboration capabilities. From delivery to impact, that is what we have been talking a lot now, and that would be the future. That the focus has evolved from training delivery metrics to measuring business performance outcomes. In a skills driven economy, learning is no longer an event or a compliance calendar activity. It is a strategy. Skills driven organizations need strategic learning leadership. And as I've been always saying, that the need for a chief learning officer working shoulder to shoulder with the CEO, CHRO, CTO is the need of today. And the chief learning officer should find a place in the board to create the impact which the leaders are expecting. How would the future outlook look? What will L&D look like in the next decade? Maybe AI powered personalized learning journeys will be at maximum levels. Hyper personalized experiences tailored to individual learning styles, career goals, and real time business needs. Because now learning is not about group learning. it is 100% personalized. Once learning becomes personalized, the involvement of the workforce would increase immensely. And therefore, the AI gives us the opportunity and the chance to make learning personalized according to that particular workforce. Skill-based organizations, job roles replaced by dynamic skill networks, enabling fluid talent deployment and continuous capability building. Learning integrated into work platforms. Seamless learning embedded directly into productivity tools, eliminating friction between work and development is the future. Lifelong learning ecosystems is the major part, is a very critical aspect we as learning and development professionals should look at. Continuous learning ecosystems spanning entire careers supported by employers, education institutions, and platforms. The future of work, my dear friends, belongs to organizations that learn faster than change happens. Speed of learning becomes competitive advantage today. And as we saw, the future of learning and development, and I'm sure that you will be able to relate and understand that it's not an equation anymore because the businesses are changing like anything. You may not know what the business dynamics would be across the globe or across nations altogether in real time. And therefore, the learning and development department, and particularly the chief learning officer, plays a very, very critical role in actually making this future secure. And therefore, when we say that the future of learning and development, what it would be, it would be definitely dynamic. It would be definitely uncertain. But we, as learning and development professionals, should equip ourselves to make, to challenge, and to actually address the future of learning and development. At the end, what I would like to say is in the AI era, technology will accelerate learning, but it is the human curiosity, adaptability, and continuous development that will define the future of work. As I always say, and in this presentation also, a human cannot be sidelined. AI needs to be a complement to the human and not a replacement. So, my dear friends, my dear colleagues of learning and development profession, are you ready for the future? We are supposed to take action now. The AI era presents unprecedented opportunities to transform learning and development. Organizations that embrace these changes today will lead tomorrow's business landscape. And therefore, we as learning and development professionals need to assess our current learning ecosystems, try to build AI literacy across the learning and development team, align our learning initiatives with business strategy, and yes, foster a culture of continuous learning, which is inevitable. Lastly, I would like to say that always we need to remember now and for the future that learning is the only constant. This was it from my side about my thinking, my thoughts, and my experience about the future of learning and development for the globe as a whole. Thank you.
Hi, Dr. Anand. First of all, thank you so much for the great and impacting learning journey. I'm sure our participants have learned a lot today, and as well, we had a blast in your session today. So let's start with the today's questionnaire. Participant, the floor is officially open for question and answer. If you have any question, please feel free to drop into the chat box. So the first question we have from Bosco: how can research and development prepare for future uncertainties when they can't accurately define unknown learning outcomes?
Absolutely. So, as I said, we cannot predict the future. And when we cannot predict the future, we are supposed to keep researching, searching for that matter of how the world will change. And here, networking would play a very big role as far as the research goes, as far as the increasing your knowledge goes, as far as to deal with what the future would be, how the uncertainties may come. And therefore, as the question goes, that definitely research and development has to happen to know what the future is. And it is definitely inevitable.
Thank you so much for the amazing and insightful answer. So the next question we have from Bosco itself, how do you measure achievement of learning objective in an AI powered environment?
Okay, so ultimately, when we see or when we think about measuring learning outcomes, definitely the background for measuring learning outcomes would be how have you defined the goal of that learning program? Why basically you defined what basically you thought behind designing the learning program as to what it should achieve as a goal. Once you have that clear in your mind, definitely AI can definitely play a big role in actually making workforce empower themselves to keep learning and give the necessary output, which ultimately should be transformed into a business outcome.
Thank you so much for the amazing answer. So the next question we have from Claire. What are the key metrics used to evaluate a leader's leadership performance?
A leader's leadership performance, I think, since we are talking about learning and development, I think this question would be more suitable for leadership sessions if we conduct, and I'm sure GSDC must be conducting leadership sessions always. And therefore, this question I would say would pertain to that particular domain.
Thank you so much for the insightful answer. So the next question we have from the participant of LinkedIn. What role will technologies like AI, data analytics, and immersive learning, AR, VR, play in shaping in the future learning ecosystem?
Definitely. So, as I said, the world is changing like anything. The technology is changing rapidly every day, I would say. And therefore, learning and development department today definitely has to make up, has to cope up for that matter, to know what the technologies would change, what skills would be required by that technology professionals to learn. And therefore, learning and development department as a whole needs to keep themselves up in the changing business dynamics today.
Thank you so much for the detailed and thoughtful answer. So, the next question we have: how do you see the role of learning and development evolving in the next 5 to 10 years as organizations become more AI driven and skill based?
Yes. So, as I mentioned in my PPT, the need for chief learning officer is a must now. Unless and until we have a board position as the chief learning officer in the board, we will not be able to combine and integrate the business outcome requirements and the workforce capabilities skill levels. And therefore, when we say that the world is changing dynamically, the CLO is definitely an important position which should be there in organizations today.
Thank you so much for the amazing answer. So, we have our last question today. What advice would you give to learning and development professionals who wants to stay relevant and strategic in the rapidly changing workplace?
A great question indeed, Pratibha. When we talk about being relevant to the workforce, definitely it also indicates that learning and development professionals also need to be relevant of what the business demands, and therefore always talking to the leaders day in day out to understand what's changing, what would change, and what has not changed is definitely important for the learning and development professionals to make themselves relevant to what the business outcomes require. Once the learning and development professionals know what businesses require, definitely then they can work on themselves to make themselves relevant.
Thank you so much for the amazing and insightful answer. So, as participant, this was our last question today, but I'm sharing Dr. Anand's LinkedIn ID into the chat so that you can connect with him directly for any kind of query, any kind of guidance. I'm sure he would be happy to help you out. Thank you, Dr. Anand.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
before moving forward, would you like to give any final statement, please?
As far as the topic, what we discussed today about the future of learning and development, I would say it would be dynamic throughout the world. It would be dynamic for learning and development professionals per se. And it would be great to work in learning and development, helping organizations get the business impact what they have been waiting for all these ages.
Thank you so much for this wonderful insight that gives us our participant to think something. And I'm sure our today's session is going to help them into upskilling their role and helping in their professional journey. So thank you so much once again. So let's not keeping you and the participant for a long time because it's a Friday. So I don't want to indulge you and participant for a long time today. So let me just share my PPT so that we can wrap up the session. So, participant, if you are ready to get certified in any of the certification of learning and development, the certifications are available on our website now. We are also giving a complimentary coupon code to all of our participants, which will give you a 20% off, but this offer is also for a very limited time of period. So make sure you're taking the advantage of it. So if you want to get certified in any of the certification of learning and development, check out our website. Use the coupon code link, get 20% off and get certified. So before wrapping up the session, I just wanted to make a quick announcement regarding the utility tool. So this tool is for the person who are especially looking out for the job right now, because what you can do, you can log in into utility tool by using your LinkedIn ID and password, and it will give you a recommendation according to the job designation you are targeting and the industry you are targeting, and it will re-improvise your LinkedIn profile, stand out your resume in front of the HRs and recruiter. And to make your job hunting journey a little bit more easier, we are giving a complimentary coupon code to all of our participants, which will give you a 100% off actually. So, but this offer is also for a very limited time of period. So make sure you're taking the advantage of it. So if you're on your job hunting journey, take the help of utility tool, use the coupon code link, get 100% off, and re-improvise your LinkedIn profile and your resume. Also, all the best to all of the job hunters out there. So, as this week in the series of Learning and Development Lab Building Future Ready, we had a blast. We had an amazing expert panel who delivered insightful and exceptional session. So, we are going to continue this series in next week, and we have already finalized our panel for the next week. One is the sales growth expert in learning and development. Second is the founders. Third is SOC analyst. Fourth is vice president talent on development, and fifth is executive coach to CLOs. And they have finalized the topping, which will give you a very help to help your professional journey and to upgrade your skills. So I'm hoping to see you all in next Monday as well. The registrations are open. You can check out our website and get yourself registered for the upcoming sessions. As this week has been ended for the ISO leadership reset, but we are going to continue this series in next week, and this is going to be conducted at 16 to 28th March at 9:30 a.m. Central Daylight Time, 10:30 p.m. Singapore time, 8 p.m. Indian time, and 10:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I really apologize for not telling you the timing regarding the learning and development, although you all know because you have all joined into the correct timing. But let me give you a recap of the timing that it is going to be conducted from 16 to 28th March at at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 8:30 a.m. Central Daylight Time, 11:30 p.m. Singapore time, and 9 p.m. Indian timing. And as well as we are going to continue the AI series in next week, and which is AI that delivers unlocking business values with Enterprise Copilot. This is going to be conducted from 16 to 20th March at 8:30 a.m. Central Daylight Time, 9:30 p.m. Singapore time, 7 p.m. Indian time, and 9:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So registration are open. Please check out our website. With that, it's time to celebrate our referral champions. We have Bhanu Durgesh, Olu Vaga, and B. Venkatesh. So, special thanks to all three of you for helping us simplify our initiative and reach it to the wider global audience. If you would like to be one of our knowledge professional and advisors, so what you have to do, if any of your peers, colleagues, and professional wants to join for this webinar or any other webinar, you can refer the registration link which you will find on our website. What's in it for you? Every referral will earn your point. And once you hit a 50 referral point, you will be able to get a free $400 worth gift certification voucher. So what are you waiting for? Take the advantage of this offer and become one of our knowledge professionals and advisors. Also, if you would like to be one of our speaker for webinar, podcasts, learning capsules for this webinar or any others webinar, then you can reach out at pratibha@gsdccouncil.org and preetham@gsdccouncil.org. So these are the vertical in which we do our business model. Our first vertical is B2C, direct to personal, retail individual certification. Our second module is channel to reseller module, authorized training partner. And the third module is academic partnership, academic university academic partnership. And the fourth is B2B, direct to organizations, enterprise partnership. So if you are interested getting to doing a partnership for any of the vertical, please do reach out on the spokesperson email ID given onto the slide. I'll be sharing this slide into the chat for your convenience as well. And these are the platform where you guys can connect with us. Our YouTube profile, our LinkedIn profile, our Instagram channel, our Twitter channel, our Pinterest channel, as well as our official WhatsApp group. Also, we would love to hear your feedbacks and we would love to know your session key takeaways and learning outcomes. So I have shared all of the platform link into the chat box so that you can reach out. And I have also shared the reviews.io link into the chat box so that you can drop your feedbacks and suggestion. Do connect with us in all of the platform for staying updated regarding our upcoming events and trends. We would love to have you in our community. With that, it's time to come to event end. But before that, as I promised, I'll be sharing you the vertical slide so that if any of you interested for doing the partnership for any of the vertical, you can reach out directly. So just allow me a minute for sharing that. Meanwhile, I have also shared a platform link, like Microsoft link, where you can drop the feedbacks for this session particularly. So if you would be interested, please do share your feedbacks there as well. So I believe the slide will be up in any minute. I hope you're able to see it. If not, then I'll send it once again. And with that, it's time to come to even end. Thank you so much once again, Dr. Anand, for coming on our platform. We are very honored to have you in our session and looking forward to having in the future session as well. Had a blast in your session today and a very exceptional learning journey. And also, thank you so much to all of the participants for joining into our learning journey. I'm hoping to see you all in next Monday. Till then, keep learning, keep energizing. Have a good day, good night, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Also, a very happy weekend to all of you. Thank you so much to everyone.